Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have two teams for you for the Journey event. We have a new kingdom, and I'll be going over all that stuff a little bit later. But for now, I got you a low-level team. Well, I got you actually a high-level team and an everyone else team for today. Just two teams. There's not a there's not a lot of choices. We don't have the class yet for Wargear. We don't have a class yet for the new kingdom. I think it's Wargear. But yeah, Journey event, which means you have to use the Pathfinder. You only have to use one of the Pathfinder, which is Todd Greenwood here, which is a new Chalcedony type troop. Does green based on Wargear allies. So just like Chalcedony does brown based on construct, just like Secra Darkwood does purple based on elves. This one does green based on Wargear. So what you're going to see here is I'm not using my hero at all yet because we do not have the class yet. So that's one intricacy that you're going to have to do just for the beginning of the week until Friday. Maybe you want to put off some of your journey until Friday if you want to get that class experience. But I would say for now, go ahead and don't use your hero. This is like one of the times I would say to do that. Most times you're going to want to always use your hero. But since we don't have the class yet for Wargear, to make the gem spawn actually work, to make this team actually loop, we're going to need all Wargears on our team. And with your hero, you cannot do that. So you're going to have to use all troops, no hero. So I got Todd Greenwood, Persistence for the low-level team. Persistence gives you 12, plus 12 to all on Wargear allies, right? So we have all Wargear allies. Everybody on our team is going to get plus 12 to all skills on 4 or 5 gem match. Actually, it's going to get plus 8. And you could do a third persistence here if you want. I did 2 Todd Greenwoods just to be safe, to keep the loop going. But you could do 1 Todd Greenwood. If you're finding that your 1 Todd Greenwood is looping good enough that you don't need the second one, then you could go ahead and use 3 persistences. That way, then you can get 12 to all skills. Right now on this team, I'm getting 8 to all skills every 4 or 5 gem match, which is still really good. You get 8 magic. That adds to your damage on your Todd Greenwood. And you could just loop your Todd Greenwood until you have like 2 enemies left, and then you could cast your Persistence. That's one way you could do it. Or you could just loop your Todd Greenwood all the way down. Whatever you want to do, and then maybe cast Persistence on the last one so it double hits the last one. Lots of different strategy here, especially if you have green enemies, which right now we don't. So I would probably Todd Greenwood all the way down to that last enemy, and then cast Persistence on the last one because it double hits. But Persistence does double damage to green enemies, so if you see green enemies, go ahead and cast the Persistence. But until then, you're going to want to loop your Todd Greenwood as much as possible. That'll be the safest bet, especially for low-level players. If you're just looping, you're going to want to just cast Todd Greenwood all the way down. Sorry, my mouth and my brain don't want to work together this morning. It's 4-something in the morning. By the way, I bought up to the weapon. And then I bought another one because I wanted multiple Todd Greenwood so I could use multiple on my team. Then I used some Orbage on the Todd Greenwood so I could keep multiple Todd Greenwoods. So like to fully ascend, what you need to do, you need to fully ascend and fully trait the Todd Greenwood. And you only have to use 1 if you want the extra points for the Pathfinder, the extra miles. And as far as journey goes, just pick the higher miles. That's the best way to go. That's the safest way to go. Really doesn't matter, I don't think, what you do, but picking the higher miles is the safest way to go to get the most points. But yeah, I bought up to the weapon, and then I bought another one to get multiple Todd Greenwoods. I tried to use event keys, and you don't get Todd Greenwood from event keys, I don't think. I only used 200, so I'm not 100% sure, but there's only like 4 troops in the drop table, so, and it wasn't Todd Greenwood, so you might have to buy up to the fourth buy in the shop. 4th potion, whatever. Alright, here's the high-level team. All I did was throw Wolf Garrick on the team. So it's kind of like a loopy devour all, really. So you can use the Todd Greenwood to loop, but what you're going to want to do with this team is like chip damage everybody and then cast the Wolf Garrick so you can devour. So knock them into range for the Wolf Garrick and then cast the Wolf Garrick. So like with my Wolf Garrick, for example, I have to get him down to like 75 before I can cast it, because you're going to want to get a kill so you can get the Devour. But you'll chip damage something, and then you'll cast the Wolf Garrick on it, and then you'll devour something else, hopefully with full durability. That's the goal anyway. So the perfect world with this team, you'll chip damage 1, you'll get up your Wolf Garrick, you'll cast it, it'll devour something else with full durability. You'll chip damage something else, you'll get up your Wolf Garrick, you'll cast it on it, and you'll devour the other thing with full durability. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen every single time, but that's the goal with this team if you're gonna use it. Chip damage, Wolf Garrick, devour. Chip damage, Wolf Garrick, devour. Just get it into range and then cast it. Sometimes it's gonna sometimes you're gonna have to chip a couple before you get your Wolf Garrick up, and then sometimes your Wolf Garrick's gonna devour the 2 chip damage ones. But it's all right. I mean, most of the time it works exactly how you want it to, and it's a little bit faster than the other team because you don't have to go for as long and cast as many times. Like with an all Todd Greenwood, you're gonna have to hit everything 3 times some of the time on the higher level battles. And with the Wolf Garrick thing, you're only gonna have to do maybe I don't know, 4 times instead of 8 times or something like that. So it is a little faster with the Wolf Garrick just to devour after you chip him down to within range of him getting a kill. And then we have the persistence there just to give us a little bit more stats, and to if you have a green troop at the bottom, you can hit it with the persistence and get the kill as well. Once again, not using the hero because we don't get the hero class until Friday. We have the 3-day class event on Friday, which I think is the Wargear class. And then once we get that, we can add the hero to the team. Maybe take off one of the Todd Greenwoods here on this one. Add the hero with a weapon that makes Wargear, uses Wargear for its gem spawn, or maybe blows up and gives a positive stats effect to Wargear. One of those, and or anything that makes green, or a green storm or something like that would be a good choice, or just an explodey weapon, whatever you want to do. Once we get the hero, so the teams for this journey event will change as the week goes and we get the class. So just remember that. You might even be done by Friday though, so I don't know. If your guild's not done by Friday with the journey event, then consider adding your hero with the new class to the team once Friday rolls around and we get that new class. Because what's going to look like is Todd Greenwood, new class. We need a green storm still, and then maybe something else on the bottom to help the team out. But you'll definitely want to put your hero with the Wargear class. Hopefully a green storm on there with a weapon that helps the team by this Friday, I would say. But yeah, check out my weekly preview. I'll be going over all the new stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. Thanks for watching. Peace.